Christy Ruffner here, and how are you doing today? I'm doing fabulous. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about goals, but first I wanted to share with you that yesterday I met a milestone in my map business, and I achieved 100 active credit packs. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to talk about goals today, because 100 packs was my initial goal. This was just a quick post that I made as I rolled over in my bed and purchased my 100th credit pack, because I wanted to share that moment with everyone who has been lifting me up and supporting me in my map business. And what I was really amazed with once I posted this screenshot was that I started getting a huge response, and currently I have 94, 95, 96, 97, almost 100 likes on this screenshot, and a total of, it looks like, 68 posts in response to it. And for me, that is just huge. That is amazing, awesome, all the wonderful words that you could possibly use to describe my feeling of appreciation and humility, because I have gotten such an outpouring of support from this group. Now I'm going to scroll all the way up and show you, this is a very active group and very supportive and very outspoken, and we have a lot of fun. But you'll see here that we have almost 6,500 members in this group, and many of them are very, very active. We come in here, we post every day, we share our experiences, we support each other, answer each other's questions, and give each other recommendations. So if you are in MAPS currently, or if you are planning on getting involved in MAPS, you must be on Facebook and you must get into these groups, because it is a terrific experience, and the support that you will receive will keep you going day in and day out. And so very uplifting. So at this time we're going to go to my back office, and we're going to check in with the server date and time so that you can see when I'm actually shooting this video. And that's just the best way I have of showing it. Our date today is 5/6/2014, and the time is 6:58 p.m., almost 7 o'clock at night on the East Coast. That makes it almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon here where I am in the Pacific Northwest. And I'm going to scroll down here and show you that since yesterday I have purchased one more credit pack. It was very early this morning. And so I now have 101 credit packs, and my account balance has grown to $42.83. So will not be long here now, and I will be able to purchase another credit pack. When I started planning this video yesterday, it sort of sat dormant in my mind because I wasn't sure what I wanted to share, and until I actually sat and started thinking about it and making a plan of where I wanted to go with it, it just sat there. I made no progress with it. Nothing was happening. There was no way for me to take any action. And so, you know, a goal is more than just having an end in mind. It's more than creating a plan to get there. Without action taking place on that plan, nothing's going to happen. So it's a puzzle of pieces that all need to go together and need to culminate in action in order for anything to happen to move forward in that goal. Now, the most important thing with MAP, or actually in any goal that you set, is to start with where you're at. So we have a lot of different levels of income in the group. People that can come in and purchase hundreds of credit packs at a time, and then there's others that can only purchase 2 or 4, or however many you can afford. And so it's important when you set your goals that you start with where you're at. Everyone has that ultimate goal of wanting to reach 1,200 credit packs. But when you're sitting where you're at and you can only afford 2 credit packs, then that goal of 1,200 can seem insurmountable. It can become very discouraging to try to think of how you're going to reach that 1,200 credit pack goal. So what you need to do is you need to set a goal closer and make it a reachable goal, and maybe make it a goal that has a shorter time goal put on it. So let's say you have your ultimate goal is 1,200 credit packs, and with your financial situation right now, maybe it's going to take you 4 years to get there. Now, in my opinion, 4 years is worth putting an effort into to reach financial freedom. Okay? You'll spend that much time or more in school, in university, working towards some career that you may or may not have when you get out of school. All right? But what's important is to have that goal and then to break it up into smaller pieces and say, okay, that's a 4-year goal, but what can I accomplish now? What kind of progress can I make now? And maybe look at a monthly goal. Say, I'm going to save enough money to purchase another extra credit pack this month. All right, so break it down into achievable goals, small achievable goals that you can measure and feel progress on a regular basis. All right, so small, achievable, measurable goals. Now, in specific to MAP, for my goals, initially it was 100 credit packs because that's what I was told to strive for. Well, I started with 40 credit packs. So that 100 credit pack goal was not appropriate, I didn't feel, for me, because when I look at the numbers, I feel like by the time your original credit packs expire, and I don't care whether those original credit packs are 10, 20, 40, 100, by the time those original credit packs expire, you want to have at least twice as many credit packs as you started with. So I started with 40. By the time those credit packs expire, I want to have at least 80 credit packs left in order to continue to grow if I'm just working with profit shares. Now, this all takes into account that you're just working with profit shares. It has nothing to do with referral commissions or adding any extra credit packs or anything. We want to deal with just the base situation, which anybody can work from. So, profit share only. by the time your credit packs expire, you want to have twice as many as you started with. And you should, as long as you continue to put your money back in to repurchase credit packs. All right? So that is my goal. I've reached that little 100 milestone, but my actual goal at this time is to reach 100 credit packs by the time my original 40, or not 100, 120 credit packs by the time my original 40 expire. That will leave me with 80. Well, as I look at it, I'm actually going to be ahead of that. All right? Because of my own personal success with referrals and referrals purchasing credit packs, I have additional referral commission money that's going in that's helping push my credit pack purchases faster. So I will have more than that. Now, I'm looking at my account going, how can I grow my credit packs faster than they are if I don't add any fresh purchases? And the answer to that, of course, is more referrals. More referrals requires bringing in new prospects. And so then you have to look at your business and say, okay, am I growing? Am I not growing? If you're not growing, you need to come up with a plan with how you can grow. How can you bring new people into your business to help support your purchases of credit packs? And if you are having success, then you look at what you are doing that's working and you build on that. You have a plan. Don't get comfortable with it. Push yourself further. If your plan is to buy 1 credit pack a month, push yourself and see if you can come up with enough for 2. All right? Push yourself. Don't get comfortable. And celebrate your successes along the way. So, if you have a goal and what you're doing isn't working, then you readjust what you're doing, but you don't change the goal. You don't ever change that ultimate goal of 1,200 credit packs. You don't ever change the goal of trying to buy a credit pack a month. But if what you're doing isn't working, you change your plan. You work around whatever it is that's creating the block, but you keep pushing forward. Okay, keep pushing forward. All right, so that's my plan. I am going to put together plans to train more, to do more video. Most of my referrals are coming from video, and that's another thing that I wanted to show you. Don't be afraid to start with your video. Everybody starts from somewhere. All right. I started my YouTube channel here. You can see my first video went up a year ago. All right. And you can see I was getting very few views. I mean, I was doing mindset videos. I was doing just whatever I could think of. I was trying to create videos, and I worked on it for I don't know, 5 or 6 months, and changed my strategies and kept building and just kept creating videos, and then at one point I quit. Let's see, where did I quit? I quit up here. Here's where the map videos start. So 5 months ago I created a video, and then I had like 3 months that I quit with video because it just wasn't happening. And I thought, I'm never going to get anybody to subscribe. I didn't have any subscribers. I was getting very few views, and I was discouraged. And then MAP came along. and I had a purpose. I wanted to share my story. And not only did I share my story, but I got creative and started to try to brand myself with my videos. And so from right here, maps in the beginning, this is my first video on maps. You can see I've had 167 views. That's not a whole lot, but it's better than 9, right? My next one, my advertising pays day 6, my 6th day. It's gotten 273 views. All right. Here's another one. My advertising pay, first member of Maps. Let's see. Oh, this is the one where Simon hit the 1200 maximum. He was the first one to do it. So I did a video on it. 377 views. Okay? Everything. Here I started my training. My advertising pays how the ad surfing timer works. Share your experience. Share your knowledge. 266 views. Okay? This is just the start. Now we're going to scroll up and we're going to see all the rest of them. I just kept doing video. Every day, every day, every day a video. Every day a video. Almost every single day a video. Either training or sharing my credit pack purchases. Whatever I had to share, I put it out on a video. So I now have, how many videos? I have 92 subscribers, over 7,000 total views on my videos, and let's see, how many videos do I have? It's over 100. And so I watched a video today by Eric Worre, because it was pertinent to what I was talking about today. It was the power of progress. He's talking about how progress makes you feel good. You know, when you accomplish a goal, that's why we need to have little goals along the way, because that makes us feel good. It creates a muscle for accomplishment. And as you accomplish, you feel good, you want to accomplish more. You want to go out the next day and you want to do it again and again and again. And then you start having reasons to do it. And one of the things that he said was that a goal that he set is to create 10,000 videos or something like that. A huge goal that will take years to accomplish. But what's important is not the accomplishment of that 10,000 video goal, because that's going to take him years to accomplish. What's important is that he progresses every day and that he can see the evidence of that, because every day he does a video. And at the end of the month he can look back and he said, I've shot 30 more videos. And the next month I've shot another 30 videos. So there is a progression that gives him power to continue. And as you get into that habit, this is another thing that he talked about, is the habit of producing those videos, and I'm having that same experience. Now people are expecting them from me. They ask me, when are you going to shoot another video? I'm looking forward to that video. But you've got to get started. If you don't get started, you have nothing to build you up and no path to walk. If you don't start the journey, there's no path to walk. So I'm going to encourage you to do that. Get started. Decide how you want to do it. My way is not your way. Your way is not the next guy's way. You have to decide how you want to do it, whether it's blogging, whether it's video, whether it's, whatever. But you got to get started. So that's it for this part. I'm going to come back with a little PowerPoint presentation. It's going to give you a few tips on how to set goals, some important things to focus on so that you can be successful with your goal setting. All right, so I had to come back in here right quick before we got started on that PowerPoint because I checked in here just before I got started to see where I was at, since I was in the low 40s when I started my video earlier today. And you don't want to leave that money sitting there. If you've reached $50, you don't want to leave that money sitting there because it could be making you money. So server date and time, it is still 5/6/2014, but it is 9:31 p.m. in the evening. Remember when we checked earlier, it was almost 7 o'clock. So it's been about 2.5 hours. I think the amount available account balance was $42 and some change. And right now we're sitting at $50.25. So enough money to purchase a credit pack. It's going to be credit pack number 102. And so we're going to go ahead and we're going to purchase that right quick. And then we'll get on with our PowerPoint. But, oops, pay attention here. Purchase credit pack. Go ahead and preview. Purchase from my account, $49.99. We've done this a million times, but there we go. Credit pack 102, purchased on the 6th, so that's 2 packs in a day, just like I promised this morning. It was going to be a 2-pack day. However, I didn't think it was going to quite be this early. I thought it would be a little later in the evening. So that is awesome. And now on to our PowerPoint. All right, so we're going to talk about some specific points on goal setting, and probably the most important thing to remember when you're setting your goals is that when you set a goal without including a plan to achieve that goal, then you're just wishing. You're just making a wish. There's no way for that goal to come to fruition if you don't have a plan to accomplish it. So we're going to talk about the power of progress in your goal setting. When you do not have clearly defined goals, then you become very comfortable with where you're at, and you really start being very loyal to your everyday acts of what we call trivia, just the ordinary stuff that happens every day. You get up, you have your cup of coffee, you eat your breakfast, you get dressed, you go to work. You get off work, you go to the store, you fix dinner, you sit around, you watch TV, blah, blah, blah. And so unless you have specific goals that are going to motivate you to go above and beyond those daily acts of trivia, then you're not going to go anywhere. And don't expect much more of life than what you've already got. We start to make excuses, and those excuses start defining who we are. So we start telling ourselves that we don't need the money, that it's not about the money, that we really don't, that we've got enough, and that somehow it would be wrong if we had more, and we just start making excuses for why we don't strive to do better. And Robert Kiyosaki says here that the money is not the goal. Money is just a piece of paper. Money has no value until you apply it to your dreams. And the value comes from the dreams that the money allows you to achieve. Goal setting needs to be specific, it needs to be measurable, it needs to be attainable, it needs to be relevant, and it needs to be time-bound. So when you set your goal, you need to not be vague about it. You need to not say, I want to live in a bigger house. You need to be able to describe that house. You need to be able to describe the street that that house is on, the neighborhood that that house belongs to. You need to be very specific on exactly what that house looks like, feels like, smells like, the way it makes you feel inside. Your goal cannot be limitless. There needs to be defining attributes about your goal that you can measure so that you know when you've attained it. It needs to be realistic. You can't, like one year I set a goal that I was going to be a millionaire. And then I proceeded to not make any plans on how I was going to achieve that. I mean, it was totally an unrealistic goal. I didn't believe it in my heart. I didn't believe it in my head. I didn't see how it could ever possibly happen. What a really stupid goal that was. It made me feel like a failure at the end of the year because I had made nothing to accomplish it. It can't be detached. It has to be a part of who you are, who you want to be. It needs to have an essence to it, and it can't go on forever. There has to be some defining timeline that says, I will achieve this by this time. And don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid to set a timeline, and then if you don't meet that there's something wrong with you or that you failed. You haven't failed. There is no such thing as failure. There's only quitting. So as long as you don't quit, if you don't meet that goal, then you look at why and you adjust your course and you go on. And I just talked about why. You need to start with your why. When you set a goal that is really important to you, it has to come from the core of who you are and why you exist. It needs to be so powerful that it's constantly with you. And then you work your way out from there and you decide how and what. You need to set goals that are going to stretch you, that scare you a little bit. If you're comfortable, it's not enough. You have to go further. You have to make it hurt. It's going to take time. It's going to take dedication. It's going to take willpower. It's going to take sacrifice. You will be tempted to quit. But if you do not, if you persevere, if you push on, and you reach your goal, it will so totally be worth it. Once you set that ultimate goal, break it up into many little itty-bitty goals. Things that you can measure, things that you can celebrate. Set daily, monthly, and long-term goals and dreams. Don't ever be afraid to dream too big. Nothing is impossible. If you believe in yourself, you can achieve it. You begin to attract that which you desire because of who you are becoming. I'll see you in the next video.